Boy, looking back on the last week, I'll tell you, so much work over the last year, and this, I would think I will always remember this, is the LDRS that shouldn't have happened, but did because of the efforts of an amazing crew of people. Starting, with the day we left with our accident, and of course, Tim Lear had his incident on the way out. But this launch, the only reason it did end up happening was because of the commitment of a whole bunch of people. And at the risk of missing somebody, I'm not going to go through everybody's name. The EC knows exactly who they are, so you guys know who you are. Every one of you, dynamite job. But there is a couple of few people that I really want to recognize for their Herculean effort out here all week. I mean, it's been 110. We've had dust storms. We've had just a myriad of challenges to overcome. But the 5 people I'd really like to mention is Steve Seawright and Richard Durking, Joe Danju and his son Kevin, and Matt Campbell. Now, these folks were not members of the EC, but they came out here and just went over the top. So I wanted to make sure we got them in there. The rest of you all know who you are. I wanted to make sure that, Triple E Las Vegas with Larry and Gordon and Andy Warner of San Diego, Triple E San Diego just came through with unbelievable amounts of support when we really needed it most. Otherwise, really, this launch may not have happened.
So how's Wiggs and Melinda doing?
Well, yeah, they're doing fine. Considering the way the week started out, I mean, they were banged up and sore and everything, but they just came out here and just jumped right in, and away we went. And of course, there's been planning going on all week to how we're going to get all this stuff back, and we pretty much got that all worked out. And you know what? Speaking of Melinda and Vinny, if you want to know who the real heroes of this thing is, it's those two coming here and worked in registration and kept it all straight, and basically kicked me out of my office when all the stuff started arriving that we had to transport up here in my garage and in my living room and then my dining room and then you name it. Those two actually just really kicked butt, and those are the real heroes of LDRS. And also Wedge. I mean, Wedge, unbelievable guy to work with, and absolutely fantastic coordinator and keeping everything flying at times when it didn't look like we were going to be able to fly at all, but he managed to keep it all going. So guys like that, the girls, the whole EC, everybody just did a fantastic job on this thing.
Well, I think that ROC has pushed the bar pretty hard. You guys have run a flawless launch, a professional buffet, or a banquet. It'll be tough for other clubs to match where you put the bar at this time.
ROC is a special organization, and it always has been. When we do 2 ROC stocks a year, our big 3 days events, and this is our second LDRS, but ROC is a very special group. It's not a club per se. It's more of a family. And so when we decided to do the second LDRS 26. We just decided that, after the first one that we did, and there's been several other in between, we really wanted to kick this one up. And so we bumped it up a little bit, and we really went for it on this to try to provide a launch that everybody could come to and really have a good time. And the banquet, we wanted to make sure everybody, enjoyed themselves for that, because that is, the once a year Triple E event. So we put in some extra special effort for that.
You guys should be proud of what you did.
Oh, I think I'm proud. I'm proud of all these people. I can't say anything more. I mean, I can't say enough about the work that all these people did. Just an amazing amount of work, and they did just such a fantastic job. I also wanted to make sure that we recognize some of the vendors all of the vendors and sponsors for this event, who without we would not have been able to do it. Launch Magazine, who provided this absolutely gorgeous tent, air-conditioned tent, which became one of the hot spots of the entire launch. and of course Rocket Magazine, coming out and filming and taking pictures and such, Extreme Rockets, and to all the other sponsors, Andy Warner and What's Up Hobby, Just Rockets, and Scott, the Tripoli Vegas guys, the San Diego guys. I mean, we literally could go on and on and on, but I want to make sure that we get everybody, including the local press. Vegas came out, and the Vegas media came out and did some stories on us. We heard we were on the news this morning. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was pretty good, and they did a pretty good job of covering us. Smithsonian was out here doing some filming. Discovery Canada was out here doing some filming and did a lot of interviews. Local Toyota out of Las Vegas brought out a couple of Tundras and put them up out here as a sponsor and helped us out. So I mean, just a lot of people, a lot of vendors, a lot of clubs, and the rest of you know, you have Twisted Oak Winery in there. You know, we had Hanson Rocketry, Fireside Restaurant out of Vegas. I could, you know, you sit down and try to do one of these, and you try to think of all the people, and there's someone you're going to miss. So somebody's going to end up going, well, you didn't think about me. Believe me, we thought about you. We so appreciate it, and we hope that, you know, if any other clubs try to do this, if you get half the support that we got from all the people that supported us on this, you guys are going to do just fine when you do your LDRS. And I encourage you to try to do an LDRS and join together with some clubs. If you don't have enough membership to actually pull one off, put everybody together and go out there and try to do it. It's a blast. It's a lot of hard work, but you get to the other end of it and you say to yourself, wow, man, that was an accomplishment.
Well, we can always put a ending credit with all the thank yous too.
You know what? We'll make sure that you have a list of everybody so that you can do just exactly that. We'd appreciate it if you do that.
All right. Thanks, John.
Okay, thank you.